During part 1, we discussed the recording process itself. But before we get to that, so for our quotation of the day, technically it's still not yet December, but December will be, correct lang ako, the Entrepreneurship Month. Sa mga SC dyan, no? So I was caught off guard. Okay, so ito yung mga question, no, about being an entrepreneur. This is from Mark 5:36. So may halo tayong catechism today. Do not be afraid, only believe. But however, believing is not enough. No? Kailangan meron pa rin po tayong action to put ideas into reality. No? In a sense, entrepreneurs are architects. No? Hindi lang po pwedeng puro drawing lang po yung idea natin. No? It must become reality as well. Ayaw. Okay. So here, this is from Steve Blank. So according to him, entrepreneurs are artists, and I mean artists in the true sense of the word. They see something no one else does. So katulad nila, no, si Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, they are seeing something beyond what we are used to. Isipin mo si Jeff Bezos is working. Maganda yung position niya sa company. He's actually about to be promoted, if I'm not, okay, Mendoza. If I'm not mistaken, as probably as a vice president or a CEO of the company. Pero sinugal niya po lahat yun. Okay? So ganun po ang entrepreneur. No? Ang mahirap kasi right now, no, lalo na sa mga relatives, especially in Asian cultures, sila pa yung unang magmamalit sa'yo, eh bakit ka mag-entrepreneur? Mamasukan ka na lang, mag-accountant ka na lang, mag-HR ka na lang, maging empleyado ka na lang. But in the long run, sila pa mismo yung hihingi sa'yo, oy, kailangan namin ng pera, pautang naman dyan, baka pwede mo kaming tulungan, etc. So you must do something. No? Don't let barriers control you. And this is an original quotation from yours truly, Meow. No? Entrepreneurship is going against the wave of the blue ocean without fear. So ano po yung blue ocean na sinasabi ni Meow? No? Blue ocean is double meaning. No? It's just a metaphor. Because in the business realm, there's always competition. No? You will tackle this in the later subjects. And competition is called the red ocean. No? Matirang matibay, struggle, no? Survival of the fittest business. But if you're going to do the blue ocean, you're going to set new possibilities, new opportunities. Like yung Uber, it's a blue ocean. Siya mismo nagpasimula. No? Ang red ocean is yung taxi. Ganun po. No? Like in GCash, dati wala naman pong GCash, hindi naman usong GCash. It's usually by banks. So that is going against the wave of the blue ocean, without fear towards the promised. I'm discussing this because our topic is simplified accounting or sole proprietorships. Sole proprietorships is also an aspect of entrepreneurship. Okay, for the performance task winners, no, yun nga, nakita nyo naman na sa wall, but I'll just like to congratulate. Pakibigyan naman po ng warm round of applause. Though mahirap yung computation, it's just a shade or 2 points difference. So for the branches of accounting, group 1, no? Hindi ko maalala yung points, but just a few points, 1 point lang yata. Ang difference or 2 points. Ayan. And then, there's a users of accounting information, si group 4 po. Dalawa kami ni advisor. No? Advisor nyo, si Ms. Bruce, nag-evaluate. And last is forms of business organization, group 7. So aspiring educators, pinalitan ko, no, I think si Ms. Perez because she's a leader. So si Ticana nilagay ko. But all the leaders got their bonus points as well. So yan po yung mga best aspiring educators. We have for the boys, Rapsing and Reyes, and for the girls, we have Casanova and Tica. Kung hindi leader si Jeronimo and Reyes, they will be included or baka sila mismo outright yung winner. There you go. Huh? For the analyzing and the recording process, ayan po. No? Sino bang pwede mag-describe nung nangyayari dyan in a nutshell? Can someone tell me? Nakikita ba yung ano? Nangyari. Okay. So can someone tell me what's happening in the picture? A brief description lang po, recap lang po natin. Wala yun. Miss Apurong, can you tell us ano po ba yung nangyayari dyan sa scenario na yan?
Recording transactions po.
Okay. So anong ginawa ni from step 1 to step 4? Yung first 4 steps of the accounting cycle. Can someone tell me or tell the class, your classmates? How about, yes, Mr. Santos?
Sir, yung una po, ina-identify muna po yung transaction, and then pag na-identify na po, i-journalize na po, and then pag na-journalize po, posting, and then pag na-summarize na po, trial balance.
Yun po, in a nutshell. So, pakita natin. So yun yan, magsisimula ka muna sa input. You have to analyze the transactions first using yung source documents and chart of accounts. So what are source documents? Nag-ano lang tayo. We're just reviewing kung ano yung mga na-discuss previously. What are source documents? Beltran, ano kaya yung source documents na yan? Yes, Banat?
Ito po yung mga documents na nagko-contain ng details about sa transaction po.
Yan po nanggagaling. Kaya nga po magkakaroon ng transaction. Let's say, bumili kunwari si Miss Belancio, kay Shopee. Yung company nila, hindi siya mismo. So, umorder siya kay Shopee, magkakaroon po tayo ng sales invoice or delivery receipt. Doon po magsisimula ang ating transactions. So, and chart of accounts. So, ano naman po yung chart of accounts? Mr. Bumatayo, nakita kita nag-raise hand kanina.
Sir, sa chart of account po, dito po yung mga list of account na-inquire po ng business. Like, nandito po yung cash, yung payable po, and other accounts pa po.
Okay. Ito yung question from the QA itself, fresh na fresh. Lahat po ba ng company, are they using the same chart of accounts?
Sir, ano po, hindi po. Iba-iba po sila since iba-iba po yung business per company.
Okay, so you got it, no? You heard it straight from the horse's mouth. Hindi po pare-pareho ang mga chart of accounts for each company. Kasi iba-iba po ang kanilang pangangailangan. Ito na naman tayo sa organization, the needs. So correct, Mr. Bumatayo. Kasi meron pong sumagot na they can be all the same. Siguro pare-pareho po merong accounts payable but yung numbering itself might be different. Ito. So tapos na po tayo sa analyze transactions using source documents and chart of accounts. Now, can someone tell me ano po ba yung nangyayari sa journalizing process? Cruz.
Hello, sir. Rinig po.
Yes po.
Sa journalizing po, dun po nire-record yung lahat ng business transaction para po matrack. Tapos nasa chronological order po siya.
Okay. Hopefully, wala naman dito yung meron nag-answer nung last time na ang mga nire-record daw sa journal is alphabetical. It's not alphabetical, it's chronological. Correct? The next, paano naman yung sa posting? Can someone tell me, paano po ba yung process? Yung bihira ko matawag, Mendoza. Paano yung posting natin? Yuhu. Merong isa pang hindi natatawag, sorry. 35 pa lang. Check ko. Kaya. So, about membrano, ano ba yung nagaganap dyan sa posting? Okay, marasigan.
Yung po ba yung pag minamove nila yung debit and credit account balance from individual journals to their corresponding ledgers?
Yes po, no? At bakit mo naman kailangan gawin ang posting? Pwede namang hindi kasi sasabihin ng mga pilosopo dyan, no? Sir, naka-record na po sa journal, bakit pa tayo magpo-posting? Para saan po ba yung posting na yan? No? Alam natin yung proseso na kailangan i-posting, but can someone tell me bakit kailangan gawin ang posting? Para saan purpose po? I'm giving you a reasoning kung bakit kailangan mag-posting. Hindi po, yes, may nag-raise ng hand.
Sir, sinasummarize na po para mas mapadali po yung trial balance.
Sino yun? Santos ba yan?
Opo.
Okay. Yes, no, para dumali yung trial balance. Correct. Yun po yung pinaka-importansya ng ating pagpo-posting. Hindi naman po nilalagay yan just to, di ba, pahirapan po tayo, mga future CPAs kayo, no? Whether you're aspiring to become an accountant or at least magkaroon po tayo ng general knowledge. Yun po yung dahilan for the trial balance. So from the ledger, prepare trial balance. So balikan lang natin, no? I know we have already discussed this last time, but pakita lang natin kung ano man yung matapos natin within the until 3 o'clock, doon lang po tayo. I already uploaded this on the MS Teams. Paki-check na lang po. So first and foremost, you have to identify the transactions. Lumilitaw ba yung ano natin? Wala yata yung... So here are the transactions. Alam na po natin yan. Just to remind lang. So nung May 1, to establish Pizza Aroma, a new gourmet pizza restaurant, the business receives 300,000. Kailangan po natin lagi ng puhunan. Hindi po pwedeng walang puhunan. As an initial investment from the owner or owner-manager Mauricio Rosa. And then, also on that same day, he negotiated with a local bank and signed a 3-year 200,000 note in Pizza Aroma's name. So, dinescribe na po siya that it's a liability. And then in May 1, Pizza Aroma pays 48,000 in advance, no? Because kailangan mo bayaran yung renta mo, no? Because he does not own the tawag dito, yung lugar, no? Yung paglalagyan ng Pizza Aroma. So he has to pay the rent for 6 months advance. No? And then May 2, construction company renovates the store and installs equipment. Hindi ka naman pwede magkaroon ng pwesto. Let's say Pizza Hut na lang, huwag na si Pizza Aroma. Imagine Pizza Hut na walang oven, walang kitchen. Paano sila gagawa ng pizza? So that's why renovation is necessary as well as the equipment. And Pizza Aroma pays 330,000 in cash and promises to pay the balance next month. Nakakapupo siya. May 3, ganun pa rin. So umorder siya and receives 20,000 in supplies from local fresh food suppliers. So, ito kasi yung problem for the food suppliers. No? Hindi lang po accounting hindi dinidiscuss natin dito, but yung para supply chain itself. Pag hindi po tayo nagbabayad sa ating suppliers, hindi ka makakautang ulit next time. Diba? Or, worst case scenario, cash basis ka. That's why it's important to maintain a good and harmonious relationship with your suppliers. And on May 3 also, so nagbayad siya ng 10,000 on account to a supplier. So on account, ano po ba yung on account na yan? Later, discuss natin. And then in May 4, yung pakita si May 4 yan. Pizza Aroma puts 60,000 in cash in a savings account at the bank. Bakit kaya? Hindi natin alam. Basta naglagay lang siya ng cash. Hindi naman in-state yung reasoning. So yun lang po ang focus natin, yung financial transactions. Ay, pakita yun. May 5, Pizza Aroma sells pizza to restaurant customers. So yan na, nag-start na siya mag-operation. Nakabenta siya kagad ng 120,000 in just 5 days. And then in May 6, nag-deliver daw siya ng 20,000 on account. So utang to various college departments. On May 7, fraternities placed large orders for end of May graduation events and for mid-June reunion weekend, giving Pizza Aroma 6,000 in cash on deposit in mid-May. Yan po yung nangyari. So dalawa, no? End of May and mid-June. Yun po yung key natin sa transaction na yan. And then on May 8, Pizza Aroma purchases 30,000 of additional supplies, paying 22,000 in cash. So out of the 30,000, 22 yung binayaran lang in cash. Pero in the rest, naka-account, on account. So halos lahat ng type ng transactions ini-illustrate ng problem, no? And then, on May 9, Pizza Aroma pays 8,000 in cash for newspaper advertising during May. So meron pa rin nag-new newspaper advertising. No? I'm not sure kung saan mas mura, no? Sa Facebook or sa newspaper, but right now Facebook mas malaki yung reach compared to the newspaper. But again, it's not our problem. Basta ang ginawa niya, nagbayad siya ng 8,000 for the advertising. May 10, sweldo. Kailangan mo pasweldoin mo yung mga tao for work during May. And 12, nagbayad naman. Nagbayad yung mga umorder. College department, 13,000 cash owed on their accounts. 15, Pizza Aromas receives and pays a 6,000 bill for telephone service. So let's take it for granted na telephone, hindi po cellphone. And the last page, 31, at the end of May, Pizza Aroma purchases insurance for its restaurant equipment, paying 24,000 cash to cover the months of June, July, and August. Again, paki-aralin lang po itong statement na to. And then, May 31, nagbayad din siya ng 30,000, purchases 30,000 of additional supplies. No? So, nagdagdag pa siya ng supplies. Paying 22,000 in account and owing the rest on account. In cash and owing the rest on account. And last, si Mauricio Rosa withdraws 30,000 in cash at the end of the month. So for analyzing transactions, pinakita na natin kagad yung 4. Identify, and then yung record. No? Yung analyze and record, yan. First step, second step, third step. So usually itong analyze and record, isang transaction na lang itong ginagawa. But again, accounting is an art. So pinapakita ko lang po yung example. Let's say, Fast Forward receives 30,000 cash from class Chase Taylor or Chas Taylor as owner contribution. Ano po yung mangyayari sa ating accounting equation? And then pag ni-record mo, ano naman yung mangyayari sa transaction? So here, the sample states it's debit cash and credit to capital. Ano naman po yung ER or posting reference? Ito po yung number based from the chart of accounts. As always, you can see debits and credits must be equal. Hindi po pwede yung cash is 30,000 then the capital is 25,000. And then pag pinost mo, you just have to separate them, group them into its own respective chart of accounts. So sa cash, 30,000 i-input and capital, dun mo sa 301 i-input 30,000. Credit din po. So identifying transactions, nagahang yata yung... So ano po yung nangyari kaya dito? No? Ano lang po ito? To establish Pizza Aroma, a new gourmet pizza restaurant. Ano po yung nangyari sa ating accounting equation? Can someone tell me? Na hindi pa natawag ng isang estudyante. De Leon, what happened to this one? Ay, nakita na. Pamigay na. Oh. Ano nangyari nung May 1, Miss De Leon?
Sir, assets po, nag-increase po sa cash ng 300,000. Tapos sa owner's equity naman po, nag-increase din po ng 300,000 po.
Yes, no? Similar naman po. Katulad dun sa sample kanina. Yan. No? So, assets, cash, 300,000 and then owner's equity, 300,000. Pasensya na, hindi ko na napakita yung record on the same slide due to space constraints. But yan po, ano nangyari. How about the next transaction? Ano na lang to eh. Mauricio negotiates with a local bank and signs a 3-year, 200,000 note in Pizza Aroma's name. What happened? Abing. Kaya natawag si De Leon sa attendance. Ayun, meron pala. Abing.
Bawas asset po.
Okay. So let's see. Ayaw makita. Ayun. Sumobra ng pindot. Ayan. No? So assets, cash, no? So cash 200,000 and then notes payable 200,000. Liabilities. And then ganun pa rin, no? Pizza Aroma pays 48,000 in advance to the building owner to cover rent for the store. Ano po nangyari dyan? Tayag. What happened? Kaya nangyari. Para makamove on na si pangalan nito. Si Rosa, what happened in this transaction? Can someone help? How about Malyari? Ano kaya nangyari dito? Yes, Pikana.
Sir, nadagdagan po yung prepaid, yung assets ng prepaid rent ng 48,000 and then nabawasan din po yung cost ng 48,000.
Yes. So, ayan. Nabawasan si cash. Siyempre, nagbigay ka ng cash, nagbayad. And then, nakagain ka ng 48,000 worth ng prepaid rent, yung 6 months for the store. Correct. Okay. Manina lang sa inyo to. No? We're just doing the review lang. Now, May 2, a construction company renovates the store and install equipment. Tatawag na lang ako. Gonzales, no? At the cost of 360,000, Pizza Aroma pays 330,000 in cash and promises to pay the balance next month. Ano nangyari, Miss Gonzales? Yata nagpalok kay Sonic. Yes, Santos.
Nadagdagan po ng asset po, equipment, and then nabawasan po ng cash 330,000 and then yung nadagdagan po ng liabilities, accounts payable po 30,000.
Okay, meron akong kicker question. Pwede ba yung transactions natin sa journal, Mr. Santos, debit lang yung isang transaction, walang credit?
Bawal po.
Okay. Correct. Bakit? Bakit kaya?
Hindi po siya magbabalance sa trial balance pag ganun po.
Yes, no? Pag nangyari yon, you're already violating the rules of debit and credit. Diba? Kaya nga po yung mga transactions natin, if you will notice, debit, X amount, credit, X amount. Hindi po pwedeng debit, X amount, and then credit, Y amount. So yun po yung sagot dun sa quarterly assessment, last term, last reading. Yun po yung tamang sagot. So let's see. So yung assets, equipment, 360,000, but yung cash, nabayaran nyo na yung 330, but you still have to pay another 30,000 sa ating liabilities. So nice, excellent answers. Mr. Santos? Ito naman, orders and receipts, 20,000 in supplies on account from local fresh food suppliers. Medyo oxymoron yung definition niya, but still. Can someone tell me or help Mr. Mauricio Rosa, kahit hindi na ako? What happened in this transaction, Miss Casanova? Tawag ko na ba? Natawag ko na. Casanova? Okay, may naka-raise. Okay, hindi ka na ulit. Going for the double kill. Okay,
Sir, nadagdagan po yung assets, yung supplies, nadagdagan po yun. Tapos yung liabilities po, nabawasan po siya ng 20,000.
Okay, liabilities minus 20,000, assets, nadagdagan. Okay. So yun yan, no? Assets, you have gain additional supplies. No? So ML, ganun lang po. No? So hindi ako naglalaro ng ML due to addiction, hindi po pwede. O hindi na ako magkaklase. Liabilities, yun nga, nabukasan siya ng liabilities. Absolutely correct. Accounts payable, minus 20,000. Okay, magre-restart lang po si Del Rosario. Okay. Naka-record naman po tayo. So no problem. Paki-check lang po kung nagre-record. Baka matulad tayo nung last time we're recording but did not record pala. Ano na lang. Check lang. Okay, Pizza Aroma pays 10,000 cash on account to a supplier. Di ba pwede ko tawagin? How about Miss Ruel? Ano po kaya nangyari dito, ma'am? What happened?
Try lang po siya, bawas po sa asset, tapos bawas din po sa liability.
Bawas sa asset, bawas sa liability. Meron bang magko-kontra or will agree with her? Okay, pero hindi natawag natin. How about Rapsing? Ano sa tingin mo, Miss Rapsing? I want the answer to come from, to be honest. Rapsing?
Sir, nawalan po ata siya ng connection.
Ay. Nag-Rapsing. Okay. How about, last na, no? How about Cruz? Ito, natawag na pala, sorry. Ano na lang? Hindi ko pa yata natawag si Perez. Perez?
Sir, try lang po.
Sige,
Ano po?
try natin.
Bawas po sa... Ay, bawas
lang, no problem.
Tapos, dagdag po sa liability. Hindi ko
So,
po...
bawas sa asset, dagdag sa liability. Is that your answer?
Opo, hindi ko po sure.
Okay, tingnan natin. So, isang dagdag, bawas asset, bawas liability. Isang bawas asset, isang dagdag liability. Tayo muna dito. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So, I guess tama yung una. No? So, bawas yung cash. No? Nabukasan ka ng cash. si Mauricio Rosa. Pero nabawasan din po siya ng accounts payable. No? So yun po yung correct answer natin. Pizza Aroma puts 60,000 cash in a savings account at a bank. No? So halimbawa, itatawagin ko no, si Miss Palaganas, nag-deposit siya ng pera sa bangko. Kalimutan niyo muna si Pizza Aroma. Ano kaya mangyayari sa ating accounting equation, Palaganas? Kailangan lang talaga ng practice dito. No? Medyo tricky po talaga siya sa start. Wala pala. No? Nag-left the group. O baka nawala ng connection or whatever. How about Geronimo? What happened to this one?
Sir, try lang din po. Hindi ko po sure.
Sige lang, no problem. Actually, mas magandang ganyan practice. Yung try to think. Yeah. Sige.
So, nung naglagay po ng cash in a savings account, nabawasan po sa assets. And then, since naglagay po sa savings account, madadagdagan din po as investment.
Okay. So let's see. Tingnan natin kung si Mr. Geronimo ay tama. Ay, yun. No? So, correct, no? So, nabukasan siya ng cash. Kasi nga, he had to let go. Pero yung ni-let go niya, napasok sa investment. So, correct po, no, Mr. Geronimo. Yeah. Ano lang po, na-practice lang tayo ulit ng debits and credits. May fly, Pizza Aroma sells pizza to restaurant customers. So, paano po? No? How about Reyes? Ano kayo nangyari dito? No? Nasa ano pa lang tayo? Basic accounting equation. Reyes. Wait lang, may nagre-raise ng hand. Sige, tawagin muna natin si Reyes. Reyes. Afterwards, si Talisik naman. Reyes, nandiyan pa siya. Lang. Naka-standby lang yung dalawa. Reyes 1, Reyes 2, Reyes 3. Okay. Talisik, sige.
Sir, try lang po. Madadagdagan po yung asset niya. Tapos madadagdagan din po yung owner's equity niya kasi po may kinita po siyang 120,000.
Okay. How about Miss Lauron? Yun din ba? O you're against what Mr. Talisik just mentioned?
Answer lang din po.
Okay, so same. So cash, 120,000. And yun nga, impeach revenue is also 120,000. So correct. Malapit na tayo. Yun na, shortcut ko na. So yung Pizza Aroma delivers 20,000. So anong nangyari? Accounts payable plus 20,000. And yung pizza revenue mo. Ganun lang kasi naging on account lang. Instead na cash. May 7, ito medyo tricky. Fraternities place large orders for end of May graduation events and for mid-June reunion weekend, giving Pizza Aroma 6,000 cash on deposit in mid-May. Ms. Lauron?
Sir, magkakaroon po ng increase in assets worth 6,000 pesos. Then, baka sa liabilities, magkakaroon po ng increase worth 6,000 pesos.
Okay, so let's see. Yun, no? Hindi niya pa nakukuha yung 6,000 na remaining. No? So 6,000 unearned revenue, correct, no? And 6,000 na cash. Yun po. That's what happened in the transaction. Wala na naman. Okay. Pizza Aroma purchases 30,000 of additional supplies, paying 22,000 in cash and owing the rest on account. So, what happened to this one, Mr. Pigao? Counting. Ikaw? Okay. How about Mr. Lim? Mr. Lim.
Sir, nagka-increase po in assets, supplies worth 30,000 po. And then nagka-decrease naman po ng assets again, pero cash naman po worth 22,000. And then nagka-increase po ng unearned revenue sa liabilities worth 8,000 po.
Increase yung unearned or decrease? Sorry.
Sir, increase po.
Increase, okay. See? Ayan, no? So, anong nangyari is supplies, nag-gain ka ng supplies, no? 30,000, you have to let go of cash, 22,000. I think mali yata yung, sorry, tama. Unearned revenue mo is 8,000. Yan po yung nangyari for this transaction. And then, Pizza Aroma pays 8,000 cash for newspaper advertising during May. So, ano po kaya yung possible event? In the accounting equation lang po. Balik natin kay Pigao. Pigao. Kapit na tayo matapos mga guys. Okay. How about Bogay? Ano kaya nangyari dito sa transaction na to, Mr. Bogay? Huh? Nagbayad ka ng advertising for your business.
Wait.
Sige lang. Take your time. Panalo Lakers. What happened? Anong nangyari? Ano man ang mangyari?
Sir, increase sa
Increase saan?
Decrease pala, sir. Decrease.
Okay, decrease saan?
Asset.
Asset. Anong asset po yun, sir?
Tsaka sa sa cash po, sir.
Okay. Yan, tama. Then, ano yung kapalit? Konti na lang, konting-konti na lang. Nandiyan sa harap yung sagot.
Equity decrease din, sir.
Equity. Anong part is equity ang nag-decrease? Sorry.
Ano, sir? Advertising expenses.
Yo! No? So, let's say, si Mr. Bogay, no, manliligaw sa kanyang jowa, sa crush niya, no? Ganun po mangyayari. No? Ito po yung mangyayari sa kanya. Assets minus 8,000. No? So, correct yun, sinabi niya. And then, owner's equity, advertising expenses. Yung panliligaw ni Mr. Bogay, yung mga chocolate flower, let's say 8,000 yung halaga nun, yun po yung mangyayari sa kanya accounting equation. So, correct. Bogay, okay. Great. Pizza Aroma pays 10,000 cash to employees for work during May. Kahit hindi po tayo marunong ng math, pagdating sa sweldo, gumagaling tayo. So, what happens to this one? Hindi ko natawag. Juanillas. Juanillas. Oh, sige, Mr. Tolentino, what happened to this one?
Sir, sa asset po, minus 10,000 cash.
Yung kapalit?
Po?
Yung isa pang transaction, ano nangyari doon sa isa?
Ano po, sa owner's equity, wages, expenses, minus 10,000 po.
Correct. No? Actually, similar lang siya doon kay Mr. Bogay. No? Ayan. So, expenses naman. Wages, expenses. Correct? And most likely, itong next transaction, same lang. So, kung muna rito, college departments pay Pizza Aroma 13,000 cash owed on their accounts. So, hindi pala. No? So, yung cash, 13,000 tapos, nag-gain ka ng 13,000 pero nabawasan yung iyong accounts receivable kasi nakakuha ka na ng cash. Pizza Aroma receives and pays a 6,000 bill for telephone service. Yun po, ito pala yung similar niya. No? Telephone expense. 6,000 sa owner's equity. Nawalan po siya. Nawalan po ng cash si Mauricio Rosa. 6,000. Yan na, May 31. Medyo. To. Not sure kung natawag ko na si Del Rosario. Nandiyan na ba siya? Parang wala pa. Oh, sige, naka-raise ng hand si Miss Casanova. Miss Casanova, May 31, what happens?
Ano po, increase sa asset 24K prepaid insurance, and then decrease din po sa may asset na cash po.
Let's see. Para ako si Willie Rebilla Merita. 1, 2, 3. Correct, no? So prepaid insurance. So binayaran niya na kasi kaya tinatawag na prepaid. Hindi naman po prepaid na term lang yan. So he paid insurance for the 3 months of June, July, August, and then the cash, nawalan po siya ng cash. He had to let go of cash in order to receive that prepaid insurance. Second transaction ng May 31, Mauricio Rosa withdraws 30,000 in cash at the end of May. So ito yung isa sa pinakamadali na transaction. Malyari. Let's say nagkasakit si Mauricio Rosa or nagpakasyon lang, nagpa-doktor, whatever, personal reason. What happened on this one, Malyari? Wala. Okay, nakita ko si Pigao ba yun? Naka-raise ng hand kanina. Wala yung hand. Okay. Sige, Tolentino.
Sa asset po, minus 30,000 cash. Tapos sa liability po, owner's equity, M. Rosa's drawing, minus 30,000 din po.
Okay, how about Picana? What do you think? Tama ba yung sinabi ni Tolentino?
Sir, tama naman po. May mababawasan po yung cost ng worth 30,000, and then owner's equity din po, 30,000 din po. Mababawasan din po.
Okay, let's see. Correct, no? Kasi bumunot siya, no? Nag-withdraw siya ng pera for whatever reasons, mawawalan ka ng cash. No? So, correct. So, I'll give you both points. Picana. Makita. Ayun. And Tolentino. Okay, there you go. So, tapos na tayo dun sa transaction analysis. Now, ito yung chart of accounts ng company. May Pizza Aroma. You have pakita ko lang ulit. The assets and liabilities. And then, the owner's equity as well as the revenue and expenses. In this case, yung revenue niya, isa lang, pizza revenue. Pwede rin kasi sabihin na restaurant revenue. Walang basagan ng trip. It's their decision. So for the general journal, ito po yung mga nangyari doon sa mga transactions na binanggit nyo. So yun nga, debit cash, credit capital. So as you can see, same amounts. And then ito po yung posting reference. Yan. So ito po yung nangyari, initial investment. And on the same date, ganun din po, 200,000, 200,000 din po. Okay, so the posting reference, 101 pa rin po sa cash, and the notes payable will be, yun nga po, it's 202. Pakita ko na lang po. Umiram siya sa bangko. Third transaction, May 1 as well, 48,000, 48,000. So 5, I think it's not 502. And 101. So yung key po natin, no, yung unang binanggit natin ng mga transactions based from the basic accounting equation. So dapat doon po tumama na kayo. Kasi po pag mali, tuloy-tuloy po yan until trial balance. That's the problem with FABM1. Payment of rent. And then, equipment. 30 minutes pa tayo. Equipment, cash, and accounts payable. So 360,000 yung worth ng equipment. And then 330,000 for the cash. And meron ka pang kailangan bayaran na 30,000 as AP. For the posting reference, ganun lang po. No? Kailangan yung PR nyo, it's correct. No? Kasi kung mali, baka magkamali po kayo ng ledger account na paglalagyan. 101 and ito napakita isa. I think 102 yata. So, yung ginawa niya, purchase equipment. For May 3, ganun din po, supplies, debit supplies, credit accounts payable. So, debit 20,000, credit 20,000 din po. Mali yung supplies ko. No? So, paki-correct na lang to later, correct ko. This is May 3. So, anong posting reference yung equivalent ng supplies? And anong posting reference yung accounts payable? So, here's 201. Partial payment. Ayun. Lumitaw, 201. Tuloy-tuloy lang po. May 4, ganun din po. No? Kung ano yung nandun sa kanina mga binanggit nyo, yun din po. 60,000, 60,000. Posting reference, 106 and 101. So itong posting reference, just to remind you, you will be checking this one based from the chart of accounts given. So ang ginawa doon is invest excess cash. May 5, ganun din po. Debit cash and credit pizza revenue, both at 120,000. Cash 101, pizza revenue at 401. No? So kapag nakabenta ka, ang nangyari doon, it's service rendered. Now, I have a question for you guys. Bakit, sir, service business tayo, pero bakit pizza? Can someone tell me? Bakit po kaya pizza ang ginamit na sample? Sir, hindi ba merchandise po yung pizza? Mr. Bumatayo, can you tell me a reason bakit kaya pizza is considered as a service? I just want to know why. Oh, yes, Mr. Lee.
Sir, hula lang po siya. Pero kasi, yung pizza business po kasi, meron po siyang delivery service and makakount po yun as service business na rin po.
Yes. No? Or in this case, yung hotel, no? Or Starbucks. Why are they not considered as merchandising? Kasi yung paggagawa nila mismo ng coffee. Let's say sa coffee, gusto mo ng, I want a double shot, espresso macchiato, blah, blah, blah. Di ba? So, syempre, gagawa pa yung barista ng specific blend just for you. No? Hindi po siya yung, let's say, sa 7-Eleven, nandun sa lata, ikaw kukuha, ikaw na lang magbabayad. No. No? So, that's why it's illustrated lagi. No? A lot of accounting books, especially yung mga American versions of books, pizza ang talagang illustration nila. Yeah. Just to give you a trivia lang. So, yeah. Thank you, Mr. Lee. Yeah. So on May 6, ganun din po, accounts receivable, debit, credit, pizza revenue. So ganun pa rin, no? 103 and 401. Actually, hindi ko lang may siksik doon sa PowerPoint kanina. Doon sa mga previous pages, slides. And then ganun din, cash and unearned revenue, debit, and credit. No? Dito hindi naman na kayo maliligaw eh. Malaki na yung chance nyo na tumama na kayo all throughout. Then for the PR, you have 101 and 205. Para sa pagbayad ng rent. Renta nga. Yun. And then May 8, supplies, 30,000, and then cash, 22,000 and 8,000. So PR for cash, supplies is 104, cash is 101, and 201, 480. Nagiging monotonous na ako kasi we already discussed this a while ago. Purchase supplies. And then May 9, advertising expense and cash. So 8,000 debit. Ganon din po sa credit. Tapos kung ano man yung nasa chart of accounts. Advertising paid. Salaries, ganon din po. So salaries paid naman. And ganon din po, no? 13,000 debit for accounts receivable and 13,000 for pizza revenue. Posting reference 102 and for the pizza revenue 401. Collected an account. So nakasingil po si pangalan nito, Pizza Aroma. Then May 15, 6,000 debit, 6,000 credit. 505 and 101 paid telephone bills. And 31 prepaid insurance, yun nga, nabanggit kanina, tama yun. 24,000 debit and 24,000 credit to cash. So insurance, prepaid insurance, I think 501 and cash is 101. Nagbayad po ng insurance. And last one, MROSA drawing and cash. 30,000 debit, 30,000 credit. 302 for the withdrawals and 101 for the cash. So ito po yung reason. Withdrawal of cash. Now, posting. So lahat ng mga transactions on each account ay nakatotal na po. Unfortunately, we cannot do this bit by bit, pero papakita ko na lang yung summation of totals for each transaction. Pinakita ko lang per each transaction naman. So debit cash, credit, owner's equity or capital. So ito total mo yun. Papasok mo yung 300,000 sa debit, papasok mo yung 300,000 sa credit. Next. Ganun din po. Mauricio negotiates with the local bank. So pinakita ko na lang. So debit cash 200,000 and credit notes payable 200,000. So ito yung first ever entry for the notes payable account. Yung iba pwede naman yung iba nilalagay pa nila yung account number itself. Yan. May mali lang ako dito, no? It's 500,000. And then May 1, 48,000. So yun, no? 300,000 plus 200,000. This time ang nangyari credit to cash. So 500,000 minus 48,000 is equals to 452,000. So puro plus and minus lang for now, no? So 48,000 naman first entry sa prepaid rent. Both are assets. Pinakita ko na rin yung kung asset ba siya or liability or owner's equity. Then construction company, no? So dito credit 330 kasi nagbayad siya ng 330. So 500,000 minus 378 is equivalent to 122,000 na lang ang balance remaining for the asset. And then yung 360,000 for the equipment, first entry sa equipment. And you have the 30,000 for the liabilities. Accounts payable, so credit po siya. You have a 30,000 balance. Lapit na tayo, 25 minutes lang. And then May 3, Pizza Aroma orders and receives 20,000 in supplies on account from local fresh food suppliers. So 20,000 debit supplies and credit accounts payable. Second entry for the accounts payable. So you have now a 50,000 balance. So running balance po siya. May 3, ganun din po. No? Pizza Aroma pays 10,000 on account to a supplier. So bayad na naman, 388. 112,000 na lang po ang balance. And accounts payable, debit 10,000. So you have a balance of 40,000. As you can see, the balance is an absolute value. So kahit lamang yung credit, 40,000 pa rin po yung balance. I'm not sure kung na-share ko na tong slides, but I'll just re-upload it. May 4, ganun din po, Pizza Aroma puts 60,000 in cash in a savings account. So, as mentioned previously, credit cash. Kung nawalan ka ng cash, so 52,000 na lang po ang ating balance. So here you have 448 on the right side, on the credit side, and still 500,000 on the left side. Yung investments mo first ever entry, 60,000. So you have a balance of 60,000. Ganun din sa May 5, 52 plus 120,000. So, as you can see, shortcut ko na. Shortcut ko na, pinakita ko na lang yung balance kasi due to space constraints. So, 52,000 yung previous balance, pakita ko lang ulit. Baka may magulat, ano nangyari. Ito yung mga students, 52,000. So 52 plus 120, which is equals to 172,000. And pizza revenue, first ever entry, 120,000. Yun na, tapos ka na kagad technically sa ating posting. Tapusin lang natin. May 6 delivers 20,000. So debit, AR, balance with 20,000, and revenue, credit to pizza revenue, 20,000. You have a 140,000 balance. So itong mga 5-4, 5-6, ito yung mga dates. Para lang maalala. It's easier para alam mo kung ano nangyari doon sa 120,000, anong araw po yun. May 7, so yung orders ng fraternities. So 52, 120, and 6, you have 170,000. And the unearned revenue for credit, you have 6,000. May 8, ganun pa rin po. Purchases 30,000 of additional supplies. So what happens is that asset, nag-debit 30,000 for the supplies, and your assets, cash, credit ng 22,000. Sorry. So 172, 178 minus 22,000, 156,000. And then liabilities, nagpasok ka ng credit pa na 8,000. So you have yet to pay the accounts payable of 8,000. Hence, the balance is 48,000. For May 9, Pizza Aroma pays 8,000 in cash for newspaper advertising during May. So you have dito, credit 8,000. So 140,000. You can check yung balances kung tama ako. Baka mamaya nalilito na si Sir. 148. And advertising expense debit 8,000. So you have 8,000 balance. Pizza Aroma pays 10,000 in cash to employees for work during May. So similar scenario lang. So credit 10,000 and debit wages expense. So you have balance of 10,000 sa wages and 138 for the cash. So check 178, 152, 52, 172, 178 minus 22, 30, 40. So 130. And here percent per entry, 10,000. You have a balance of 10,000. May 12, college departments pay the 13,000 cash owed on their accounts. So yan po. Dito sa kabila, So sa debit side, you have 13,000. Tumanggap ka eh. That's why it's on the debit side. Tapos, accounts receivable, nabawasan ka ng 13,000. Hence, it's on the credit side. So, 151 na yung balance mo, running balance sa cash. And for accounts receivable, it's only just 7,000. May 15, telephone bills. So, credit ulit. Nagbayad ka na naman ng bills. Si Judith. Huwag natin kakalimutan si Judith. Pag si Judith, credit. So, 145,000. And for the expense, telephone expense, you have debit 6,000 pesos. And po yung corresponding running balances. And last two transactions, credit, 24,000. Again, Judith na naman, nagbayad ka na naman. 24,000. 121 na lang po yung balance sa cash. And yung expense po natin, no, nakatanggap for the prepaid expense of 24,000. First transaction ever. And last, owner Mauricio Rosa withdraws 30,000 in cash at the end of May. Nahula yung isa. So 91,000 yung credits. And 30,000 for the drawing. So ito po yung ating tawag dito, yung ledger or T accounts. So you have cash 91,000, investment 60,000, accounts receivable 7,000, supplies 50,000. Yung agent, it's asset. So complete tabulation ng lahat ng mga transactions na nangyari. Prepaid rent 48,000, prepaid insurance 24,000, equipment 360,000. Yun po yung mga asset accounts for the, okay, mali yung sequence ko. Mauricio Rosa, credit 300,000. Ganun din po sa drawing, 30,000. For the accounts payable, liabilities naman, 40,000 for this one, the accounts payable. Unearned revenue is also a liability at 6,000. And last but not the least is notes payable at 200,000. For the expenses, so wages expenses, telephone utilities expense, pwedeng telephone expense lang, but some companies consider it as utility pa rin. And then pizza revenue, out of sequence lang ako. Advertising expense, 8,000. Kita ko lang, sorry. Yeah. So yung pizza revenue niya is 140,000. And then for the expenses, you have 10,000 for the wages, telephone expense 6,000, and advertising 8,000. Okay. So, anong mangyayari? No, tapos na po tayo sa ledger. So, yung trial balance naman po ang gagawin, unadjusted. No? Bakit merong open and close parentheses unadjusted? Because we have yet to do the adjusting entries. And we will do that adjusting entries next week, next meeting. So, please study Chapter 3 and advanced reading na rin po ng Chapter 4. So maiksi lang po yung adjusting entries pero medyo ano lang po siya. Medyo konting analyzation lang po. Medyo tricky rin po siya. So here, ito yung mga tabulated na. Mas maayos na yan. Kompleto na. 91, 60, 7,000. Naka-illustrate na po lahat. No? The debit and credit sides. So kulang pa po. May part 2 pa. Kasi hindi kaya pag isang bagsakan. So the total of debits and credit is 694,000. So check natin, 151, 158, 208, 151, 158, 208, 256, 280, 640, 670, 680, 686, and 694,000 for the debit. For the credit, 54, 254, 554, 694,000. So balance po sila. Question, what happens kung hindi balance? Ano po kaya mangyayari sa ating trial balance kung hindi po nag-balance? Yes, sino yung ayun, Mr. Bumatayo.
Kapag hindi po naging balance yung trial balance, ibig sabihin po may mali po nagawa sa ledger or kaya po sa general journal. So ang kailangan pong gawin is i-review po ulit lahat nung past transactions.
Okay, no? So sa classroom, on the classroom setting, pag hindi po nag-balance, yun lang. No? Medyo may malas lang ng konti. But, pag nagtatrabaho ka at hindi nag-balance yung trial balance mo, walang uwian. No? mas masakit yung walang uwian. Hindi ka bayad sa overtime mo kasi it's your mistake, no? Na hindi nag-balance. Hanapin mo ulit yun as per Mr. Bumatayo, as he said. No? Checkin mo muna yung ledger, babalikan mo si recording din. No? Patras ka. So yun yung tinatawag nating suspense account. Baka meron ka lang naduling. Yung pinakita ko last time na mga possible errors. Let's say 4,652, nalagay mo 46,520. Yan mga ganong errors. So here in the classroom setting, it must be balanced. 694, 694. Yan po. Okay? And with that, no? Mukhang madali, no? But tip ko lang sa inyo, no? End of chapter 2, thank you.